Pacers and Hawks both played last night. Matt, Indiana didn't break 100 against the Kings, while Atlanta put up 135 in a win over Phoenix. So where do you stand on the total of 240 points tonight for these two? Do you feel like it's too high or too low?
Yeah, Indiana has just let me down all year. I'm just not sure why they aren't better, right? I mean, right now they're dealing with a bunch of injuries at least, but just all year I feel like this team has not played up to their potential. I do think that this game is probably an under for me. Just looking at the betting activity, which is something I like to do, 55% of the bets are on the under, but 84% of the dollars. To me, that tells me that the early sharp activity is coming in on the under in this contest, so that's where I'm going to side.
Nick, you going under as well?
I think I am. Yeah, I mean, you see some of these totals that the Pacers have put up, and they're number one in pace in the league over the last 15 games, and that's only been exacerbated over the last 10. I mean, they had a 141-point game where they allowed 154 in regulation to Washington earlier this week. They put up 152 against OKC on Saturday, regularly in the one teens into the low 120s. But everything kind of came crashing down last night against Sacramento. And, some of these injuries that, we keep thinking Malcolm Brogdon's going to play, he's questionable game to game, and now he's missed 3 or 4 in a row. Chances are he probably remains out on a back-to-back. But, more concerning to me is that I think there's a chance that this Indiana team is very close to just kind of mailing it in, at least on the rest of the regular season. I mean, if you watched last night, it was kind of a players versus coaches borderline, almost turning into a bit of a screaming match, in the game where you have an assistant coach, running down to go yell at his own player mid-game. And if you watch the reaction, I don't think the players have really any receptiveness toward this coaching staff right now. And obviously you don't want to read into that too much, but I think morale is really, really low for Indiana right now. And that makes it really hard to go out and give it your all for 48 minutes when you're maybe not particularly fond of the people who are coaching you up throughout that. So I could see this being a letdown defensive effort for Indiana, but I don't see them scoring enough to hit the over in this game.